Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today. Someone close to you has just made a final payment against you, and he needs you to know before it's too late. This isn't about money or any physical transaction you can see. This is about spiritual currency, and someone has just spent everything they've been saving to ensure your downfall. You've been sensing something dark approaching lately. Those restless nights, sudden chills and protective thoughts that seem to come from nowhere. The blue flashes of light you've been seeing and the feeling that someone is planning something against you aren't coincidences. Archangel Michael has been trying to warn you through these signs. This person believes they've just secured your destruction by making this final spiritual payment to forces that work in darkness. They've been collecting negative energy, betrayals, and concentrated hatred for months, saving it all for this moment. Now they've spent it all in one massive transaction, hiring spiritual mercenaries to take away what you value most. The divine realm detected this payment the moment it was made. Archangel Michael wants you to understand what's happening before the attack reaches its target. Something precious to you is about to be threatened, but you're not defenseless. Archangel Michael has revealed the shocking truth about this spiritual transaction. A person you trust has been secretly building a cosmic debt against you for months. Every time you succeeded, every blessing that came your way, every moment of happiness you experienced, they were storing up resentment and negative energy like spiritual currency. They've been patient, calculating, waiting for the perfect moment to spend all this accumulated darkness in one devastating payment. This wasn't impulsive anger or temporary jealousy. This was a deliberate, long-term plan to destroy what matters most to you. The payment wasn't made in dollars or coins. It was made in betrayal, lies spread about you, moments when they smiled to your face while cursing you in their heart. They've been feeding their hatred until it grew powerful enough to hire forces from the darkness to work against you. What are they trying to take from you? Your peace of mind, your closest relationships, your health, your opportunities for success, or your sense of security. They want to watch you lose what they believe you don't deserve to have. This person thinks they've created an unbreakable cosmic contract against you. They believe this final payment guarantees that spiritual mercenaries will now systematically remove your blessings. They're waiting and watching, expecting to see your world fall apart in the coming days. But what they don't know is that Archangel Michael detected this payment the instant it was made. Now you need to recognize the signs that this spiritual payment has been processed, and spiritual mercenaries are attempting to fulfill their dark contract. Have you been having strange dreams where you're losing something important to you? Dreams where people you care about are walking away, or where doors keep slamming shut in your face? These aren't random nightmares. They're signs that negative forces are testing your spiritual defenses. Look at your relationships carefully. Have sudden conflicts appeared in connections that were previously stable? Arguments starting over nothing important, misunderstandings that seem to multiply, or people you trust suddenly questioning your character. These are the spiritual mercenaries at work, trying to turn your loved ones against you. Your electronics have been malfunctioning more than usual, phones freezing, computers crashing, important documents mysteriously disappearing. These aren't coincidences. Dark forces use technology disruption to create stress and obstacles in your daily life. Notice how the person who made this payment has been acting lately. They've probably become unusually interested in your personal business, asking questions about your relationships, your work, your health. They might even seem overly helpful or concerned, offering support while secretly waiting to see their payment produce results. Pay attention to physical symptoms you've been experiencing: unexplained headaches, exhaustion that doesn't improve with rest, feeling emotionally drained after spending time with certain people. Your energy is being attacked systematically. Animals and children often react differently to people who've made spiritual payments. If your pets seem nervous around someone or children become withdrawn after certain visits, trust these instincts as warning signs. Archangel Michael has already activated divine intervention on your behalf. The moment this spiritual payment was detected, powerful protective forces began surrounding you and your loved ones. His sword of light is already intercepting the spiritual mercenaries before they can reach their targets. Begin each morning with this powerful prayer to cancel all spiritual contracts made against you. Archangel Michael, I call upon your divine authority to cancel and void all spiritual payments, contracts and debts made against me and my family. Return all negative energy to its source, multiplied by divine justice. Surround us with your impenetrable blue light of protection. Perform this blue light visualization immediately. Close your eyes and see bright blue light forming a protective bubble around you. This isn't ordinary light. It's Archangel Michael's energy that automatically repels all negative spiritual transactions. Watch as any dark energy trying to reach you bounces off this shield and returns to whoever sent it. Use the mirror technique whenever you feel under spiritual attack. Visualize a massive mirror of divine light positioned between you and all negative forces. This mirror reflects every spiritual payment made against you back to its source, while allowing only love and blessings to reach you. Create a salt circle protection ritual for your home. Sprinkle sea salt across your doorways while stating, "No spiritual debt or negative payment can enter this space." This home is protected by Archangel Michael's divine authority. The salt creates a physical barrier that spiritual mercenaries cannot cross. Light a white candle each evening and say, "All spiritual debts against me are forgiven and cancelled by divine grace. I am free from all negative spiritual contracts." Let the candle burn for exactly 1 hour to break spiritual chains. Carry a small piece of black tourmaline or hematite crystal in your pocket. Archangel Michael empowers these stones to absorb negative energy directed at you and transform it into protective power. You'll know the divine intervention is working when you suddenly feel clearer about confusing situations. Obstacles begin clearing unexpectedly, and your sleep becomes peaceful again. Now Archangel Michael reveals what's happening to the person who made this spiritual payment against you. A powerful cosmic law has been triggered. When someone uses spiritual currency for harmful purposes against a protected soul, the payment reverses and they become spiritually bankrupt themselves. The spiritual mercenaries they thought they hired have turned against them. Instead of taking your blessings, these dark forces are now collecting payment from the person who summoned them. What they tried to remove from your life is being taken from theirs instead. Their own words now work against them. Every lie they told about you becomes a lie the universe tells about them. Every blessing they tried to block from reaching you is now blocked from reaching them. The negative energy they spent is creating negative results in their own life. You'll notice their increasing desperation as nothing goes according to their plan. Their own relationships start experiencing the conflicts they tried to create in yours. The obstacles they placed in your path appear in their own journey. The confusion they attempted to plant in your mind becomes confusion in their thinking. This spiritual reversal happens automatically through divine justice. You don't need to do anything to make it happen. It's already in motion. The person who made this payment is discovering that spiritual currency comes with interest when used for harm. The protection this creates around you is permanent. Anyone who witnesses what happens to people who make spiritual payments against you will think twice before attempting similar attacks. Your spiritual credit rating has been upgraded to untouchable status. This attack has triggered something extraordinary. A massive spiritual wealth transfer in your favor. When someone tries to spiritually rob a person under divine protection, The universe compensates by transferring abundance from the attacker to the intended victim. You're about to experience the greatest blessing period of your life. Doors that were previously locked by negative influence are now opening. Opportunities you couldn't even imagine are about to appear. The spiritual mercenaries sent to harm you have instead become cosmic debt collectors working on your behalf, gathering abundance from everyone who's ever wished you ill. Watch for new people entering your life who carry authentic light and genuinely want to support your success. These aren't coincidental meetings. They're part of your spiritual wealth package. The universe is sending human angels to replace the relationships that toxic people tried to destroy. Hidden talents and abilities within you are being activated as part of this spiritual compensation. Skills you didn't know you possessed, creative ideas that seem to come from nowhere, and sudden clarity about your life purpose. These are gifts from the divine realm acknowledging what you've endured. Financial opportunities will appear unexpectedly. The money that person thought they could block from reaching you is now flowing in increased amounts. Business ideas, unexpected payments, or gifts from unexpected sources are all part of your spiritual wealth transfer. Your relationships are healing and strengthening beyond their previous levels. Family bonds are becoming unbreakable, friendships are deepening, and romantic connections are reaching new levels of trust and intimacy. The love they tried to destroy is multiplying instead. Your aura now automatically repels future spiritual payments made against you. You've earned special protection status in the spiritual realm. Guardian angels are assigned specifically to your case, ensuring no future attacks can succeed. Archangel Michael wants you to recognize who made this final payment against you, so you can protect yourself from future attacks. This person is now experiencing the backfire effects, and their behavior will reveal their guilt. Watch for someone who's become unusually interested in your current state of well-being. They'll ask probing questions about your relationships, your work situation, your health, or your recent experiences. They're not asking out of genuine concern. They're checking to see if their spiritual payment is producing the expected results. This person has started sharing stories about other people's misfortunes more frequently, especially tales that mirror what they hoped would happen to you. They're trying to plant seeds of fear while gauging your reaction to see if you're becoming worried about similar problems. Notice who seems frustrated when good things happen to you. When you share positive news, they might offer fake congratulations while their facial expressions show disappointment or forced smiles that don't reach their eyes. They may try to make additional smaller spiritual payments to reinforce the original attack. This shows up as increased gossip about you, sudden attempts to create drama in your social circles, or spreading concerns about your character to mutual friends. Pay attention to who becomes defensive when spiritual protection or divine intervention is mentioned in conversations. Guilty people often react strongly to discussions about karma, divine justice, or spiritual consequences. Archangel Michael provides these permanent protection methods to prevent anyone from making future spiritual payments against you. Create an impenetrable spiritual firewall around your life by practicing these daily techniques. Begin each morning by declaring, "I am protected by divine authority. All spiritual attacks against me fail automatically," and return to their source. This creates a daily renewal of your protective status that makes you an impossible target. Build spiritual wealth through gratitude practices. Spend 5 minutes each evening acknowledging your blessings. This positive energy accumulation makes you spiritually rich, and wealthy souls are much harder to attack than those operating from spiritual poverty. Teach family members basic protection techniques. When everyone in your household maintains spiritual awareness and protection, the collective shield becomes exponentially stronger. United spiritual families are nearly impossible to penetrate with negative energy. Create abundance in your life deliberately. The more blessed you become, the more protected you are. People who are clearly favored by the universe intimidate those who might consider spiritual attacks. Practice immediate cord cutting when you sense negative energy directed at you. Visualize Archangel Michael severing any attempted spiritual connections before they can establish contracts against you. Maintain your spiritual credit score through acts of kindness, honest dealings, and authentic relationships. This makes you untouchable to spiritual mercenaries who only work against spiritually vulnerable targets. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now, ready to complete your spiritual debt forgiveness and activate maximum protection. This message reached you during a critical 24-hour window where divine intervention is most powerful. The cosmic timing is perfect for canceling all spiritual contracts made against you. Take action immediately to strengthen this divine protection. Begin the daily prayers and visualization techniques today, not tomorrow. The spiritual wealth transfer is already beginning, but your active participation accelerates the process dramatically. Show your appreciation for this life, saving divine intervention by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens the connection between your reality and the angelic realm, ensuring Archangel Michael can continue providing protection and guidance during this spiritual wealth transfer period. Trust that this revelation arrived at exactly the right cosmic moment. Your protection is already activated, your spiritual debts are being forgiven, and your abundance is multiplying. Archangel Michael's sword of light guards you now and always,